Alright, what is up, y'all? We are back in the shop today, or in the workshop I should say. We're gonna take apart this e-bike motor, inspect the damage that's inside, because there is definitely damage here. Unfortunately, this is our 1000 watt hub motor that we recently purchased. It's been a while. It's been about 3 months since we actually last ridden this. We only ridden it once, and we kind of destroyed it doing our range test. So we're gonna take a look at the damage on the inside, and hopefully it's repairable. See if it's repairable. I have no idea. If this is repairable, what we do have is a second motor. Ooh, this one is rough. So this one is, I don't even know if this thing is locked up or not, but this was our old motor before we bought the one that we destroyed that's in front of us. But this thing is, you can see the cables were starting to melt here on this one, but I think this one is actually still usable, but it's getting to the point where the magnets may need some glue. We may be able to use these parts to repair this, so we're gonna take a look on the inside. I did take a quick little peek, and there is quite some destruction in here, so y'all better buckle up. We redid this connector, and we just made it a little bit longer so we can reach the battery, and this is a MT60 connector that we hooked up. Ran perfect. It ran like a dream until it didn't. Let's go crack this open. So we already took the 6 bolts out of here, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts out of here, and let's crack it open. So I do have my my light here. We're gonna try to see if we could see on the inside. There it is. So this is what it looks on the inside. We didn't even re-grease it. This is all stock grease, or lack thereof. Bearing looks good. So this is an actual pretty good shell, or actually I think we got some metal particles here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, now that I'm so now that I'm actually looking at the motor here, that is definitely not from the gears. Lord have mercy. Good God. From first peek, the magnets definitely grenaded itself. Alright, so we may have to use some tools here to get this open. Alright, so we do have our gear puller. We're going to try to pull this thing off. Alright, we got a gear puller on it. And voila. Or voila. Voila. Alright, well. There we go. Wow, there's all little shavings of metal and magnet. You can tell by that magnet that's on top. Now we should have a better look on the internals here. We ran this motor at anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000 watts, and we did a range test of 50 miles, so that's quite a bit. To be honest, I did not expect the magnets to go out like this. I expected, like, I don't know. I don't even know if this is going to be fixable. Looks like the polar magnets are at least labeled, so we may be able to pull the stator out of the casing here. So it's been a while since I took one of these apart. Pretty sure we're gonna have to remove the clutch here, the e-bike clutch. So this thing is supposed to spin, I believe. Alright, so yeah, it is spinning. So this is the e-bike clutch. Usually these will go out before the magnets. These usually melt, these nylon gears here. That's what I originally thought it was, but apparently not. So let's go ahead and remove this clutch. I don't know if there's a snap ring here. It doesn't look like there's a snap ring. Alright, well, let's gear pull it off. Alright, y'all, that is the clutch coming off. Very important, we got a magnet here that we have to take out. Cannot lose this magnet unless it's glued in there. There we go. We are getting there. So now we have some actual snap rings to remove. I think these are called C-clips. That's what we're going to call this one anyways. So we're going to try to pry the C-clip off. There we go. Now these have a tendency to break, but this one seems to be pretty good. We may have to bend that back, but... So once we pull this centerpiece off, we should be able to get the housing here, the rotor housing, or the magnet housing. There we go. Alright, now this should pop right off just as so. Gears look pretty good here. So we got our snap ring right here that we have to remove. Precision, boys. Precision. Alright, I think the thing is ready to be removed, so this is going to be quite the feat, because I don't know if these are going to go nicely, or I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. So really quickly, I do not want to pull on the stator here. I want to grab on the I want to push on the magnets. I'm gonna turn that bitch by my hand. That is much better. Alright, the moment we've been all waiting for. Let's take a look. Oh my god. This is nuts. It's actually not that bad. I think we only lost 2 magnets, so I'm actually surprised. Or 3 magnets. We honestly may be able to rebuild this. Oh yeah, there's no glue on any of these. Wow. I'll see how quickly I just flipped that. Like, watch this. This is it. Like, that's no glue. I don't think these come with glue, to be honest with you. I think it's just on there magnetically. You need to add some actual additional glue, like some JB Weld. I think I've seen some people JB Weld their magnets, but I think this may be repairable. Alright, well, if you guys liked stuff like this, breakdowns, let me know. I may be able to do some more. We still have that other motor to take apart. Maybe we can steal some magnets from the other motor, throw it in that, see how it works. But yeah, this is what the motor looks like, torn down. But yeah, that's gonna be all for this one. If you guys did like this, go ahead and give it a like. Tell your friends. Maybe you learned something from this. Until next time, y'all, it's been real. Crazy.